As a food writer and professionally trained chef, Ramin Ganeshram writes about worldwide food culture with a focus on the Caribbean. She's the author of Sweet Hands, Island Cooking from Trinidad and Tobago, and in August, her young adult culinary novel, Stir It Up, will be released. Ramin, welcome. It's great to have you with us.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
And the book is Sweet Hands, and you say it really means something.
It means that you're a great cook. So in Trinidad, if someone says that you have sweet hands, or sweet hand, as they would say,
yes,
it doesn't mean you're a good baker. It just means you're a good cook.
Yeah, but in your instance, you are a good baker and a good cook.
I'd like to think so. I hope so. Otherwise, a lot of money of schooling went out the window.
Well, we're going to make something really kind of sweet, not too sweet, right?
No, not too sweet, but just sweet enough. And this is coconut bread. And what it is a breakfast bread. Some people have it for tea, being formerly a British colony. Trinidadians still have tea at 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Or it's just a snack. My 5-year-old loves this as a snack. So what I always say is if you can make banana bread, you can make coconut bread.
And you can also make it as a dessert, too. You can put maybe ice cream on top.
You put ice cream. Sometimes I put chocolate chips in it.
Yeah. Use it like a pound cake almost.
Yes, it is very much like a pound cake.
Right?
It has that same consistency, and you can absolutely use it that way.
All right. And what ingredients are we going to have to go buy at the grocery store for this?
So very simple. It's flour, sugar, baking powder, salt, butter, eggs. The only things that are a little bit different is coconut, which ideally you're going to use fresh grated coconut, but I myself don't because it's just too time consuming. So you would use, often it's called coconut powder. You do not want sweetened coconut flakes, absolutely not, because it's going to add too much sugar to the dish. And that you can find in a Caribbean market, an Indian market, Middle Eastern market, most even Latino markets, most ethnic markets.
It's coconut powder.
Yeah, and all it is dried, unsweetened coconut flakes. In fact, you can even find it in most supermarkets.
All right.
Unsweetened is the key. So regardless of what it's called, powder, flakes, unsweetened is the key.
Okay.
Absolutely. And then the other thing is coconut milk, which you can find anywhere, any supermarket.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Small cans of coconut milk.
So let's get started. This is like any quick bread is essentially what these breads are called. So dry goes with dry and wet goes with wet. So I'm going to ask you to do the wet part.
I'll be happy to help.
So this is coconut milk. It's about 1.5 cups of coconut milk.
Is that basically the whole can?
Yes, it's roughly the whole can. Exactly right. And traditionally, this recipe is made with evaporated milk, something very available in the Caribbean. I like to use coconut milk because it gives more coconut flavor. And here we have melted 2 sticks of butter melted. So you're going to add that to this.
It's all ready to go?
It's all ready to go. Just add it. You're going to add 1 egg. Just beat that all together.
Okay.
And then 1 teaspoon each of mixed essence, which is another item that you're going to find in a Latino or Caribbean market.
And the name of it again is?
Mixed essence. Have a smell of this. It's something like pear and almond and vanilla, so I'll give you that. 1 teaspoon. Teaspoon's out for you.
A teaspoon of this as well, right?
Coconut extract, which you'll get in a baking store. Now, by the way, if you don't have these things, not to worry, not to fret. Just use vanilla.
Okay.
It's fine. So while you're doing that, I'm going to add the dry ingredients to the mixer. And this is 3 cups of all-purpose flour that you're going to put in with 1 cup of the dried, flaked, unsweetened coconut. Now, if you're going to use wet, freshly grated coconut, it'd be about 1.5 cups.
Okay.
Because when things dry, their taste intensifies. So that's why we use a little bit less. This is, this is a tablespoon of baking powder.
Okay.
And then when you're ready, I'm going to ask you to hand me the salt and sugar.
Absolutely. And how much salt?
This is a teaspoon of salt.
This is your sugar.
And this is 1 cup of sugar. So you can see that if you were to add, use sweetened coconut, it would be incredibly sweet. So I'm just going to only stir these things together.
Okay.
Turn that on. That's it.
For about 2 minutes.
Not really. It's about 10, 20 seconds.
Oh, actually, we have about 2 minutes left.
Oh, we have about 2 minutes. Oh, it's like it's going to be too.
We should be fine, right? Okay.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, I have everything in here, all the extracts.
So then just add the wet to the dry.
Okay.
And this is such a simple bread that you really don't need to mix the batter in the mixer. We'll do it just for the purpose of time, but you could do this by hand very simply. So you don't even really need special equipment to do it.
There you go.
We'll just do it really quickly in here. Oops.
Got it? Oops.
Let's
the
see.
other way.
Yeah. There we go. Put it up there, and you just want to have just a very smooth batter. The thing about this batter that you have to remember, or you have to know,
You don't want to overbeat it.
you don't want to overbeat it, and it will get seized up very quickly. So you need to work quickly with it. So, just till it's completely combined, that's it.
Just want to get it wet, basically.
Exactly. Okay. And if you let this sit, it's going to become very, very thick. You can see how thick this batter is. It's supposed to be like that. So a little thicker than, let's say, a banana bread dough. And then you're going to just take, I like to use these loaf pans.
Now, did you spray it with anything?
You spray it with canola oil. And I like to use these because
There you go.
they're disposable and they're very easily found in any supermarket. So this usually makes one very good full one, and then you can use this in a miniature loaf pan or divide it evenly between two.
And this is great too. This way you can take it to a party and just leave it.
Exactly. You can. That's exactly what I do.
As a hostess gift or whatever.
Exactly right. If you want to put some colored cellophane around it, it'd be perfect.
And then you put that in the oven for how long?
You put it in the oven for an hour and 10 minutes, 350-degree oven. What you're going to do is put a cake tester in it, a toothpick, a thin knife, and then when it comes out clean, it's ready. It's going to depend on your own oven, how hot it is.
All right. And so you don't sprinkle coconut or anything on the top?
No, when it's done, I sometimes put just pure granulated sugar. It gives it like a nice shine.
So we have the oven at 350, did you say?
350. And you're just going to slide that in
and
about an hour.
And look what we have in the oven for everybody.
Here it is. This is what it should look like. It should be nice and brown, golden.
Oh, smells great.
And we have some slice there if you'd like to try it.
We're going to try that at the back end of the show. And just really quickly, this new book that's coming out in August?
Yeah, this book, it's a culinary novel for teens, and it's about a Trinidadian American girl who wants to be a chef and gets a shot at a Top Chef type of show on a network that covers food, let's say, and what happens to her when she gets that shot, and all the things she does, including getting around her family to get that shot at stardom.
We're looking forward to that, and we're going to look forward, of course, to try this at the end of the show, so thank you.
Well, thank
Stick around.
you.